Okay, I think I have all the ducks in a row. Looks like it. Alright, so it's been a couple of weeks. Last time we left off after I accidentally stumbled into this room. I think I must have noticed that this is almost a rectangle, missing this one room. Hello. So this says entrance to the library, and I don't know how much of a thing the library is going to be. I wanted to mention something. When I actually went back and looked at a previous stream, I noticed something, which is that something that might have seemed like an audio issue was not an audio issue, it was a me issue. So the microphone is physically in the laptop that I'm using to play the game, right? Anything that would be loud to the laptop is going to be loud to the microphone. So, I don't know if you can hear me pressing the key right now. This is about how hard I need to press the key for it to register, like just barely at all. But I have a terrible habit of doing this. You hear that? That's me striking the key violently for no good reason. So if you start to hear that sound, feel free to let me know and remind me I don't need to attack the keys. Anyway, so there is a library. I forgot that Bethra was looking for a library. And I'm guessing all of these floor tiles amidst the mosaics are actually interactable events. Also, thankfully, this isn't like the library that the Empire has. What's this? There's a little book under the cushions. How odd. It looks recent. More recent than the rest of this crumbling ruin, anyhow. Some kind of chronicle. They came suddenly through the tunnels. We drove them off, but King Teucer was killed in the skirmish. I don't know how much longer our defenses will hold. There are so many of them. Where do they come from, anyway? How can there be other people down here? And then it just stops. No, wait, there's something on the last page. It's scribbled so hastily I can hardly make it out. I think it says, they are cunning? Weird. Alright. Bah, most of these books are rotting to shreds. How long ago did the castle disappear? About 100 years, I think. It's a wonder there's anything left at all. Right. Here's one that's still got a few pages left. The Tale of King Fabian and the Sword Saknoth. This is just an old legend. And what's left seems to be the last part of the story. High on the celestial summit, Fabian sleeps until his sword shall be wanted again. Well, it looks like he slept right through his people's hour of need. Here's a little book of Oystian fairy tales. Heck, Stanley the Roach and the Three Princes. Nice pictures. I should keep this one for Hal. He'll like it. Oh, he'd like it. Oops. Here's a scrap that looks like it was torn out of a book at some point. Once a year, the king must travel to Fabian's tomb and there make tribute. For if the blessing of Fabian be lost, our kingdom shall surely fall. Well, the kingdom fell all right. No wonder this blessing... No idea whether this blessing had anything to do with it. But that might be why they kept this old legend, as a warning. Finally, here are some books that haven't fallen apart. I wonder why these ones are better preserved. Maybe these were made more recently, like somebody copied out the important parts of other books. But this is gibberish. To traverse the skyway, bring the Tri-Stones to the sunward altar, and there make three into one, and the light shall be thy way? And it just goes on like that. Why would anyone want to copy out this rubbish? Alright, and that's the library. It is not a briar and monster-infested area. What are you talking about? It's just a library. Okay, so... I think in theory I should be in cleanup mode now. Because I've cleared all the levels of this area. I had a certain suspicion, I just didn't say anything. Which sounds dumb, I guess, but I was like, these seemed to be narratively ordered, which it wouldn't make much sense for him to say the last thing first. Anyway. So, approaching the throne is going to bring me to Lord Chapter 3, and probably through the exam of Chapter 2. My usual preference or habit is to try to clear the entire chapter, to at least know where all the secret rooms are, if not try to clear all of them. So I was thinking this would probably be cleanup. Let's see. I don't really remember what all there is to clean up, though. So first of all, I should probably check the restore screen after grabbing some checkpoints here. Let's have a look. As far as I recall, yeah, this was the Chapter 1 to Chapter 2 level. And I think I beat this one. I did beat this one, right? Pretty sure. So then, this is something from Chapter 1 that I haven't figured out. Geothermal Jaunt, I seem to have mastered that. Alright, so everything I'm looking at is for now is going to be after this point. Dilapidated Dungeon. I think I looked pretty hard for secrets in this level. And I found a couple. It sure looks suspicious to go south here, but I don't think there's anything. I think I've finished this level. So, Infested Furnace. This led to a secret level, the Magma Mausoleum, right? So it's not that likely that there's anything I've missed since I managed to find that. That said, I don't know that I found a secret room in this level. Magma Mausoleum was the... Was this the secret? No. The secret level was the one... Scorching Sands, that's right. It was this one. And it had a secret room here, which I think I did clear. And I don't think I found any others. Okay. The Magma Mausoleum was something else. This was... Oh yeah, this was mirror-based, right? It doesn't really seem like there's any way for this to have any additional rooms, right? There'd have to be a pathway somehow, and there's clearly no other paths. So I don't think there's anything else to that. The decoy level, Palace of Illusion. Really pleasing symmetry. And I think this was a secret room, so I think that's all there should be to that. I seem to remember poking around the edges of the kennels pretty hard and not noticing anything. So, if there's a secret room there, I've definitely just plain missed it. Riptide Current. That was rafts. And this is the level, right? Yeah, so I think I beat this. Was this a secret? No, this wasn't a secret, but there was a complicated method of entry to this room, which is now the secret room that I haven't been able to figure out. That's what I'm pretty sure is the situation with Riptide Current. Is that a secret room? Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anywhere that there could be another one besides this one, which I still have no idea how to solve. Alright, Blasted Ruins was all about explosives, particularly bombs. And I think I must have probably mastered... Wait a minute. Oh, there's broken walls all over the edges of this room. I must have poked all of them at some point, right? So probably... Yeah, this is one of those levels that has broken walls all over the place. So... I probably poked all of them, I would guess. The most suspicious place in this level would be this corner to me, but I must have poked all these walls, so I'm not really sure how there could be a secret that I missed here. Haunted Courtyard. Yeah, this, is this, Oh yeah, this was the interesting secret room, I think. Because this I remember being a fairly tough room, but maybe it wasn't a secret? Whatever, I think I looked around here. Alright, I guess in summary, maybe it wouldn't hurt to poke around Blasted Ruins or Haunted Courtyard again. I would... Oh wait, it says how many secrets I found each level. Hang on, I should check that. So, Castle Halls, found 1 secret. Dungeon, 1 secret. Furnace... Yeah, if you just tell me what level I'm missing one in, I'd appreciate that, just so I don't have to wander around too much. So, Castle Halls, I have 1. Dungeon, I have 1. Furnace, I have 1. Mausoleum, I have 1. Illusion, 1. Kennels, 0, which seems suspicious. Riptide, I found 3, but haven't cleared one of them. I think that's what found means, right? Blasted Ruins, I found 2. Haunted Courtyard, I found 2. Scorching Sand, I found 1. Okay, Furnace and Currents. I guess I'll go check the Furnace first then. Back to where I actually was. Let's see, which one was the Furnace? This one, right, Fire Traps. So I'm missing something here. This is the level where you can have a stick. I think it's the next level where you have to have a stick. I don't really remember for sure. Anyway. So there are no edges to this room that it could be attached to. And logically, I don't think something would be attached to the pre-tutorial entrance. Like how... The way the hole is designed, it's supposed to teach you about an element and then test you about it. So it seems logical that usually, if there's a tutorial between the entrance and the rest of the level, that typically that means there won't be a secret to find before you even go to the entrance. Now, this is something. Okay, this looks to be a harder variant of this room, so I'd like to remind myself how this room goes. Okay, in this room a bunch of golems die, and then... supposed to block this queen from spawning, so that that button doesn't get pressed, so that you can go here, wait 30 turns, wait around for the roach to open the way to kill that queen, kill this one. Okay. So, secret variant. First difference is there are 6 golems and 2 queens, rather than 3 golems and 1 queen. Second difference is the conspicuous queen in the northwest that you can't touch, which basically places a timer on clearing the entire room. I think I'll be served well by doing that. My first instinct is that it should be more efficient to carry more than 1 rock at a time, but the problem is I really need to be up by the sword as soon as some roaches spawn. Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna have a bad time. So I really can't bring more than 1 rock at a time, at least not yet. I guess I didn't even look, but I feel like it's pretty obvious what that button does, right? Same thing all these other buttons do. I just don't know how I can be much faster. Like, I have to bring a rock all the way from the south to the north, around the button, and I have to wait around for the next spawn cycle to kill the roaches to ensure that they don't push the button while I'm busy bringing a rock across. So I don't really know how I can possibly conceivably speed this up much. I also have to interrupt the rock carrying just to kill the roaches that spawn while I'm picking up the rock. There's just a lot of things that are unavoidably slow to this. I mean, I guess there are a decent number of spawn cycles usable, thanks to the construction of that room up there, but I don't know that I'm doing well enough as it is. Well, maybe I'm doing okay. We're gonna see. Like half a turn. There's no such thing. About 2 turns slow for that. Maybe. Maybe bringing that rock just a little bit closer will be helpful. I think I'm 1 spawn cycle too slow. Just about. Yeah. I actually only need about 4 extra turns. Okay, I'm gonna start over just in hope of recovering some turns just by, I don't know, something anyway. So I'm confident that this is a good start. Spawn less roaches in the initial spawn, and have less to clean up while I'm trying to move, to get ready to move rocks. I also feel like it should save time to bring more than one rock at once near the beginning, at least to some extent. I don't know, maybe this is actually slower and worse. Because I really want to start blocking roaches as early as possible, right? Oh, wait. I do spend one... No, I have to... Okay, never mind. I have to face this way to enter. So... This is the fastest that I can do this, and I have to wait 2 turns anyway. So being faster to that position really doesn't help anyway. Right, I think that what I did the first time of just trying to get one rock into position as soon as possible is probably better. Because as nice as it would be to prevent 2 roaches from spawning as early as possible, even just 1 less roach per spawn is really helpful. I feel like it's mostly a matter of tuning exactly when I interrupt the rock pushing. And I can't make it over there. Oh, but I can do that. That gives me 1 less roach. Maybe capping one queen off before trying to get to the other one will help as well. Because then at least everything's coming from the same direction. That felt reasonably efficient. I couldn't do that when there were 2 queens spawning. Oh yeah, this helps a lot, I think. Just not having to worry about being surrounded by roaches as I try to switch from stick to sword. Being able to push them just long enough to reach the stick is really helpful. Ah! I saved a lot of time. I had like an entire spawn cycle left. That's like 34 turns saving somehow? I guess something I was doing was right. Probably, my guess is that what I did right was going after 1 queen at a time. I think that made the biggest difference anyway. Alright. Now am I done with the furnace, or should I keep looking? Let's see. I guess there's not one to the north of here. Oh. Never mind. I don't even need to ask. There's something here. This is not a secret variant of the previous room by all accounts. This is something completely separate. Okay. I'm glad I found it before being told. Anyway. So what's the deal here? Before the 30th turn, this door has to be closed. Because otherwise, the roach that sticks here would stay here? Oh, wait, is that true? If I can get back into this column... Wait. No, okay. I cannot get the same I can't reach the same column this queen is in. Which means that if it spawns a roach and it moves east into the column I'm in now, then it's stuck there forever. So I have to close this door before turn 30. And as far as I can tell, this is what closes that door. So I have to get there by turn 30. What else is going on in this room? Well, there are fire traps there, that need to be activated by this button. So I need to I need to open this door. One of these doors. Just opening this one would be good enough, but realistically, you'd kind of want both of them. What about this? If hypothetically there is something like a roach up in this area, then you'd want this open to make it die on the fire traps, I guess. So this is roach cleanup button, I think. The resource we have is this queen. Right. So basically, if I'm reading the room right, I have 30 turns to get this queen and myself into position to close that door. And then the exact way in which I do it, no. I really need the queen to not go past the trap door, though, I think. Okay, that works, I think. I'm not really sure how the queen would die then, but this would allow me to go through here, push this button, kill those, but then there's a queen there. So the roaches will die, but the queen is just stuck there. Okay, I have an idea. So if, hypothetically, queen spawned at this point, could I reach the button in time? I don't think I could. How else could this work? Should I be trying not to push the queen inside? If the queen's out here, then pushing this button would close this door, so the roaches that I need to be pressing these buttons wouldn't be doing so. So that can't be right. There is conspicuously a pit out here, right there. So if I brought the queen with me somehow, then that could work. But how can I... I don't see a way to have roaches in there, and myself in the top left, and the queen in the top left. That doesn't seem possible. Maybe the queen should spawn on that button? Queen were to spawn. Like that. Well, now I can't get past here. So this can't be it. How is this supposed to work? I don't... If I approach the stick, the queen runs off in a way that makes her unreachable. Unless I do this, and this takes way too long. The only conceivable way that I could see to control the queen's position and spawning well enough to achieve what I'm supposed to to get through that area up there. Wait. Why did the roach go... Do I have 3 spawn cycles instead of 1? That might explain a few things. I thought I only had 1 spawn cycle to work with, but if I actually had 3... Okay. That's getting somewhere. So what happened exactly? That spawns. I guess it's vertical preferencing its way down there. Okay, so... maybe I want to be pushing the queen around. I'm still not entirely sure how to make this useful. Because at some level, I still need to spawn roaches. I need to flood this entire area between the 2 plates with roaches, no matter what. If I could be... Ideally, I would want to push the queen in here. Oh, wait, maybe... It spawned right then. Let's just make that happen. Couple turns additional. We have a small problem here. We have about 3 small problems here. So I only have 1 spawn cycle, I guess. So, or 2 rather, not 3. Maybe the trick is to not bring a stick at all? I haven't really discerned the usefulness of having a stick in this situation anyway. But what would really be useful is the ability to kill some of the roaches. It seems like. I still don't know how I could ever hope to kill that queen. Oh yeah, I don't actually need... I don't actually need but 2 roaches to go through like that. I don't see any way that the queen could ever actually die in this room while successfully doing everything else. Because no matter what, the queen has to spawn at least 2 roaches after I go to the northeast, which means the queen will be in this corridor stuck forever and I'll be up there. I don't see how there's any other option. Like, it appears that the queen needs to simultaneously be in this area to spawn roaches, and also in that area for me to be able to kill it. But obviously it can't be in two places at once. There's really not a lot to work with in this room. And the stick doesn't seem useful at all. There's nothing that the stick can actually do for me that would be better than having a sword to actually kill roaches with. It has to be here for some reason. If the queen spawned while standing on the trapdoor, then it would be stuck there forever because I couldn't push it north past the roach. I could kill the queen, but then I'd have no queen, and I'd have two roaches with no way to do anything with them. What'd be really nice would be perhaps to just take two roaches from the queen spawning into the area with me. This is what I should do? This doesn't seem plausible to work either, because I don't have enough roaches to push both buttons. There's no way to get more. Maybe I need to make the queen spawn as much as possible by using the stick. Is that going to be enough roaches? Provided I can even survive them. Okay, that lets all of them drag in behind me. Is that enough? It isn't. Somehow 8 roaches is not enough. The absolute maximum number of roaches that it is possible for the queen to spawn at once is not enough. So how is this supposed to work then? I can't bring the queen into the corridor with me because if I do, then I have no way of killing the queen, or I have no way of spawning roaches. I can't leave the queen outside the corridor because then there's no way to get enough roaches. Don't. Oh, I don't. Wait, where's the... Oh, it's 7. That doesn't change the fact that that's as many as the queen can spawn though, right? Because a queen never spawns behind itself. And you can't make a queen spawn on all 8 tiles around it at once. At least I don't think so. mean, in theory, if the queen's over there, I can have as many roaches as I want, but they can't actually be useful because they come out toward me. I guess this would be useful if there was something that I could push through that button. No, this isn't useful because, again, I can't actually kill the queen. This almost works, but it can't because there's no way for me to reach that queen. Besides the roaches that get stuck in the west corridor, but that's beside the point, really. So let me go over things again. The problem all lies up here. I have to kill this, and to kill this I have to get there, and to get there I have to hold both of these down, while I am over here. The only thing that can hold these down is the queen or the roaches. Besides which, I have to push this button before 2 spawns have happened. So the only thing I have to use is this queen. If the queen goes in here, there is absolutely no way for me to both push this button and kill this queen. Because if the queen is in here, then it's going in front of me no matter what. And if it's running in front of me, then it will push, it'll go up in here, and it will probably just get stuck. Or it'll go in here, and it'll get stuck in here with nothing I can do about it. If I didn't have only 2 spawns to do it, then I could put the queen here, say, while I stand outside of the area, let it spawn enough to fill all of this, and then run in with a sword to kill the queen. Well, no, that wouldn't work. I guess it would need to sit here or something. Even that's kind of hard to see what would happen. But regardless, I can't kill both queens. That just seems to be the fact. If I kill the northwest queen, it's only going to be done in a way that makes it impossible to kill the south one. If I kill the south queen, then there's no way to reach the northwest queen's, the plate that kills it. If I have the south queen spawn roaches, then they have to be away from me, because I can't actually do anything with them if they're up close. I don't know. I've pretty much tried everything I can think of, so I guess I'm just poking around randomly now. Wait, it can spawn 8? I didn't think it could. Alright, maybe that's all I have to do then. Be very specific about how to do it though. Not like that. I have to go around the north. No, I thought a queen couldn't spawn in the space directly behind it, but I guess that was wrong. Okay, this might work. if I let that guy through before I close the door. I guess that's the entire thing, then? Alright, fine. I genuinely thought I couldn't spawn more. 7. The conditions in which you can make a queen spawn all 8 at once seem very specific and restrictive, to the point where I don't know that I've ever done it before. So interesting. This was very much a room about queens and sticks, I guess, which makes sense. This is the level where you introduce the sticks, so fair enough. Alright. So that was that. I want to go back to the entrance. I think that's this way and this way. Okay, so I've missed a secret room in the currents, it seems. I'll try that next. Excuse me. Alright, so if I look at the map, this is a secret room I found but not completed. I'm interested in trying to find a secret room that I've not found. So I need to poke all the walls pretty much. As most rooms are adjacent to I don't know, none of these look broken or messed up. Could be hidden some other way. That was a secret room, wasn't it? That up there was a secret room you accessed by doing something special in this room, as I recall. Oh, right. This way, it wouldn't be a victory demo where I went into the secret room, obviously. But yeah, you drag a roach behind you and it takes you up to this room, which is the challenge version of this room. So I don't think there's going to be a secret entrance from the secret room up there, right? I hope not. And there was a big to-do to get up to this room. I remember that room. Yeah. This was a very tough secret room. But it doesn't look to me likely that there would be a way to get to anywhere else from that room. So I don't think that's it. So maybe somewhere after this point. How does leaving this room work? Is it... Oh, I just need to push... Okay. I think I just need to push this way. No, I need to get down there and push that one. Okay. How do I get down there? Push this one. And that one. Then I can go south. Okay. So this eastern area of this room is part of the entryway to the big secret in the northeast. And right, I accessed that by doing things in this room. So from here on out, it's fair game, potentially, for something to be somewhere, I think. This over here looks suspicious, but I don't think I can actually do anything with it. If I bring one of these wide platforms in, there's no way to get across there. I think the room to the east of here was just a regular room and not a secret room. Yeah, this was just a regular room. This is weirdly sticking out from the rest of the map, so it could have a secret room attached to any edge of it, in theory. Ah, that was slightly discolored. Okay. It's the secret variant of the room I did up there, which was largely about... Oh yeah, that's right. It's a rush hour puzzle. So... I need to make room. Let's see. This time we're trying to drive a bus through, it looks like. I think I need to do this. Makes sense. That wasn't criticism, I was just like, huh, this room is differently placed. Maybe it has something else to it. Anyway. With those two, I can pull this over, push this down. Now I need to move these back out of the way to push this all the way over to push that down. Okay. One of the favorite tricks of rush hour puzzles is needing to push the original car forward and backward again to get other things out of the way to be out of the way of it. But in this case, I can't really get this past there right now. I need to get that tall one out of the way before I can think about moving these to the north side. So... Oh, let me just start over. Think about this again. So I need the tall one out of the way. That's going to require that I move this out of the way, and that I move that out of the way. The only way that can get out of the way is if things are a little bit better over here. Alright. So first, I should pull this over to push that down. Is that what I need to push down? No. To push this down. Maybe? No, that doesn't seem relevant either. I should pull this all the way over to pull this down to get this out of the way. Then this can go up, This can go up. This can go up. So that can go there. Then, these two get out of this one's way, and the tall one can go south far enough for the bus to move forward. Now that the bus has moved forward, this can go up. And let's see. Then I pull the bus back again. Push this up. Go over. Pull this over. Oh yeah, there's room for this to store over here. Now that one of these cars is out of the way. And this can go over here. That can go all the way down. I think we're home free, because this can go all the way south. Yep. Like I was thinking, the trick was to do something so that I could pull this forward and then back again. So that was neat. So was that the only secret in this level? That I haven't seen, I mean. Of course there's one I still haven't solved. Oh, that's right. This is a room where I had to access the secret by doing a thing in this room before it was clear. I don't know. I haven't had any new ideas about what to do in that room. This room still seems impossible to me. Like the idea of somehow magically swapping the queen and the roach, or killing the roach, making the queen spawn in a very specific way so that it places a roach on the button. I don't know, I could not make any of it work. So the debate internally for me is, do I get help and try to solve that room now, or do I leave it for me to get help and try to solve later? I guess I'm leaning a little more on the side of maybe I'd rather wait until I've discovered as much as possible and absolutely can't discover more without asking for help to clear something. Especially as that's a secret room and not a secret level, which would open access to another secret level if I got it. Alright, I'm gonna save that for later then. Not sure exactly how much later, but later. I think I'm fine with that. Let's go see what happens when Bethro approaches the throne. Because, you know, I've already kind of done this with a couple secret levels where it's like, I've looked at it, I've tried everything I could, I've been in a couple rooms, I'll come back to it later, kind of thing. Feels sensible to even more so do that with secret rooms that I haven't been able to beat. Anyway, approach the throne. A secret passage! I knew it! Let's see where this leads. Secret passage accessed by leaping over the throne dramatically, apparently. Apparently Bethro knew this was the secret passage, or knew there would be one. Anyway. Ashen Cavern. One essential feature in the design of any castle is the secret passage behind the throne, allowing its denizens to make a hasty exit in times of extreme need. Once this passage would have led outdoors, perhaps to a landing stage near the source of a fast-flowing river. Now it terminated in a wide expanse of rock covered in gray dust, as if all the dead of a battle had been cremated together and their ashes strewn about by an ever-changing wind. It looked as if Bethro's exploration of the castle had come to an abrupt end. If there was any other exit from this cavern, it could only be one that had been dug out after the collapse. And that would mean that some of the castle's inhabitants had survived. But there was no chance of that, was there? Alright, exam time. Here we have stick and bomb and seep together at last. I say that as if at last is meaningful here. Interesting. I guess we didn't encounter stick plus bomb before, so this is basically saying, look, this would be an impossible bomb maze if you had a sword, but now you have a stick. Ooh. Alright. So when you step through here... Okay, we're not allowed to kill the seep now, but when you step here, it's supposed to kill the seep. Meaning the seep has to be restricted to these 4 tiles somehow. This destroys that, this destroys that, this destroys that. So we need to box in the seep's location using our stick somehow. I'm thinking since this overlapped, the pattern of overlapping makes me think that I should be doing this bomb first. Don't kill it yet. Is there a way to save this? Oh, okay, I didn't even need the stick to do it. Oh, I also didn't notice that I'm actually able to just destroy, or I actually need to destroy these bombs anyway, because if I don't, I can't exit the room. That's kind of an important thing to notice. Oh, that's easy. That's easy. We did it. That wasn't too bad. Next. We've got a raft and bombs. So how should I understand all this? I need to cut the bombs. Okay. So this bomb I can destroy immediately. The other bomb I really need to blow up after dropping all the trapdoors, more or less. Because I need the roach to go to it. I might have messed up already. Let's see. That's no good. I don't need to go all the way over there yet. That'll work. I might as well continue the northward train as long as I can. Alright, more bombs. Mirrors. We haven't encountered bombs and mirrors at the same time yet, so this is the hay. They have an interaction, by the way. Ideally, I'd like to extract all 3 mirrors to have as much resources as possible to use in the main room. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so my goal then here is to not hit these orbs before exploding those bombs. I think that's it. So let's see. Alright, that should separate things out. I actually wanted this to be here. Probably being excessively cautious with this, but if I do that, that will split that up. Then if I do this, there we go. Feels like this bomb doesn't matter too much aside from me not wanting to explode myself. So maybe my caution wasn't unwarranted if you're saying these aren't very hard. Well, that's one roach down. There's a knotted mess attached to this bomb, or attached to this area of fuse I made. Maybe this orb is for that side, so well, why don't I just do that? That should finish it. Yeah, it's not too hard. And this might be a secret variant that's much harder. Let's find out. Oh boy. Welcome to Spikes Are Added Now. So... Spikes destroy mirrors, which is going to make this significantly more difficult to manage. If I want to do something like what I did in the last level. The last room. Oh boy. I think that was the best way to start. Yeah, there's just not enough time to achieve what I'd really like. That's obviously no good. But I feel like I can sense a little bit of how this is supposed to work. To me, it seems the idea should be that you have the mirrors in certain starting positions each time that you light a fuse. And, okay, this is difficult to put into words, but I kind of sort of demonstrated it here. Like, each mirror can only start in the safe positions, right? The idea, I feel like, what feels like the right way to do this, is that every time you're going to light a fuse, you decide where to start the mirrors at. You light the fuse, and you, beginning from each starting position, you move the mirrors into useful positions and back out again into safe positions. So they're in a useful position as the fuse would be lit, and then they're in a safe position immediately afterward, and then you get yourself to a safe position. Doing all of that at once is a tall order, but it seems like that's how this should work. There's a lot of timing involved. And it feels like there's going to be some point where you have to let a mirror die. But I'm sure letting 2 mirrors die is too much. Especially this early, at least. Well, I think maybe I should be lighting the southeast fuse this move. And again, lighting that one can't be useful until I've lit the... yeah, until I've actually achieved the Eastern Roach. Because if I light that fuse, it's always going to explode the Eastern bombs. So that can't be it. Yeah, so I do need to light this one and do something with it. Oh, wait, maybe, hang on. Maybe I've got the wrong set of starting positions. Because it's always possible to start a mirror back in the entrance hallway. That seems like potentially a useful area to start one with. Realistically, there's no way this fuse is useful, so it would really be best if I could just get rid of it. Without losing a mirror, ideally. I don't know if I can, though. I can do this much, though. It might be a little bit better. Okay. Okay. something is bothering me. This fuse really start out the same shape as the one in the room to the south of here? Seems like it did. Yeah. Yeah, it did. So... Oh, okay. I want that to... Yeah, okay. I don't want to do it that way. Ha! Sorry for that being a little aggressive, but I managed to make a fuse move without breaking any mirrors and without the fuse going out of control. That feels very meaningful. That feels like progress. Is it progress? I don't know. But it feels like progress, and that's good enough sometimes. Alright, I really... The presence of these two fuses to my east and southeast is bugging me a little bit, but... Oh, don't press that one. But I don't think I can really do anything about them, so it's fine, probably. I do want to retrieve this mirror, though. Okay. So now... I want to hit the... I want to hit this fuse and make it blow up the east roach. But... Yeah, we're gonna have some problems, I think. I need to block this as the fuse moves. I guess that's fine. If I could get the mirrors away from this bomb... Oh no, I just need that bomb to not explode, really. Okay. There's a lot of timing to manage here. Maybe... I feel like it would be helpful if the place to stand on this fuse wasn't in the middle of the spikes, or was farther to the east at least. And I can make that happen. That's pretty easy. Okay. So this is going to be the tricky part. That would be ideal fuse configuration, but that's not ideal mirror placement as of now. Maybe... maybe I want the extra time from the fuse being there. Ah, that's really close. That's really close. If I could do this without dying, then this would be perfect. Even losing the mirrors, this is okay. Okay, can I do this better? That's a little bit annoying. Probably shouldn't have put that mirror there in the first place. It is movable. Okay, I can get it out from under there. And the fuse is under this mirror. I'd prefer it wasn't. There we go. Yes! That'll do it. Got it. Alright. I can't fully explain the thoughts behind that, but it managed to make it work. I kind of explained my heuristic for understanding the room at some point, but after a certain level, it's just like, yeah, I just need this to work this way, and let me think through it. Oh, so this is a neat room. This is push decoys to push decoys to push a button. I'm pretty sure I need to push this button first. So, let's see. I think we need frontmost decoy that's facing this way. Maybe? And the one behind him should push that way. No, wait. I put the decoys on the islands. Duh. Oh, neat. Yeah, there we go. Put the decoys on the islands to begin with, and I need to push them in a way that makes sense, right? So that one... Okay. This is correct. This one was wrong. And I don't think this one matters as long as it can push things in the right direction. So, like... There we go. Now I need to think about... Because here you have multiple options. So I need to decide which option is useful. It looks like going straight to the left from these three should be viable. Yeah, surely that works. Yay. Nice. Fun room. I love multi-pushing decoys to push other decoys. It's kind of silly, but it's also really neat. Okay, this room. This will close some doors. This would... Okay, these both toggle those doors. This closes a bunch of doors. Okay. Seems like if I could magically teleport to the trapdoor, then it would kill them by just me walking over it. Oh, and this button opens all those doors, so that would kill them too. Wait, why don't I just stab them? Is there some reason I can't just kill these directly? I mean, mean if I do that, then open these. Oh, well, that's an open green door. So I need them to not die. I got it. Okay. I was trying to figure out why this room wasn't easy. Which sounds dumb, but is the kind of thing you need to understand to even start to know how to solve a room. Okay. So, the only safe place for any seep in this room, as you're walking across the trapdoor and this button, is this bit of wall right here. That means that I need a seep to slide all the way across here. The only way for that to happen is if there are obstructions on all 4 of these tiles. The mirrors can't be the obstructions because they'll be busy holding these buttons down, so the only obstructions are the other 4 seep. We have 3 opportunities to move seeps around by pushing... Oh no, we have 2? Yeah, because we can close, then open, then close. So we kind of have 2 opportunities to shift the seat between the left and right sides of these parentheses. And as it stands, we'd like the west seat to be on the west set of parentheses and the east seat to be on the east set of parentheses. I think the mirrors will be involved in achieving this somehow. If I just arbitrarily push this button, then I can put them in the right place, but then I can't keep them there, because going after another orb is going to mess it up. Well, if I push the central orb, though, then I can just push the west orb to keep these in the right place. And now the only problem is that these guys won't go to the right side. But I think this is where the mirrors can be helpful. If I put a mirror here, and don't die to stupid things, put the other mirror here, then pressing this orb, those 2 will stay in their positions. But now the problem is that I need the mirrors for something else, and I don't have them for it. And I don't know... It's weird that there is only 3 orbs and not 4. I probably... Okay. This serves the role of a 4th mirror. Of a 4th mirror? Of a 4th orb. Because this opens those. So... It also closes all the other stuff that lets the pathway happen. So if I start out by doing this, then I can pull these over into the right position. And I could use mirrors to pin them in the right position, even while I close the doors to make the other ones go through. The problem is that I do need the mirrors elsewhere. So I'm not really sure how I can both walk through that corridor and keep everybody in the right place at the same time. Well, let's see. If I start out with things like this, yeah, the problem is those 2 can't get on the pathway like this. Alright, maybe I need to place the mirrors before I do a single orb. I don't really know where it would be useful to put the mirrors, though, before the first orb. Maybe I do. Okay, maybe if I... Alright, so then I can wind things around. Try to wind things around. I guess I need that to be in the center. Which admittedly is less trouble than putting it all the way to the north anyway. There we go. Okay, now, ideally, I should be able to wind things around like that. And so now these will stay in their spots while I go to the east to pull these into position. And now everybody's happy, and I don't really need that third orb. But I do need these mirrors back, so I'll take them. If I can, anyway. I guess that the western button opens those doors as like a failsafe of some sort. Well, it's to make sure that you can't just hold the seeps like on one of those doors. Because otherwise you'd be able to do that and you wouldn't have to actually solve the main puzzle of the room. Anyway, that's that. That's a lot of spikes. Okay. Okay. So... I need the roach to go do that somehow. I need the roach to be 10 tiles away from me. The mirrors should somehow achieve that. This would be easy if the buttons weren't right next to the roach, but they are. I'm not really sure. Like, clearly this isn't going to work because it's on the wrong line. And I'm way too far to the west. How does this work? I don't see any way to release the roach from anywhere except for right next to it. There's not really any tools available in this room to do any remote releasing of the roach. The only thing I can think of is if somehow the mirrors were in this L shape, like with the third one being where the sword is, and the roach was exactly right here where B-throw is. If the roach was here where B-throw is, and the mirrors were in these three positions, and at the same time B-throw was running through here, touching the button, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem like this should be possible. Should I try to... I don't know. Yeah, if I had exactly that position, and B-throw was on this button exactly on the 10th turn when the mirror shattered, then the roach would go exactly behind B-throw and do exactly the right thing. But there's no way to actually create that position as far as I can tell. Like in the first place, how am I supposed to keep the mirror from shattering too early? If I try to place it there before opening the button, or before pushing the button through the roach, to release the roach, then it just dies. But also, if I try to release the roach first, then there's no way for me to put the mirror into position. I'd need a fourth mirror for this to work. I don't know, maybe this isn't completely impossible. Something like this. Okay, I guess that's it. Fair enough. Well, it would be really, yeah, satisfying for the spikes to kill the roach. Okay, well, I worked out the right thing to do, it just seemed more difficult than it was, I guess. Welcome to Rock Golems, and Seep is here. So this is... Oh yeah, there's ortho squares here too. So this is a garbage disposal room, as I tend to call them. Where I need to make sure I'm able to reach the seep. I might have already messed up, so... I don't think I have a choice but to stab that one there. But I can absolutely make extra room this way. I think that I'm kind of stumbling into the main couple of tricks. One of them is to use the outer frame's corners as much as possible. The other one is if you can line things up like this, then you've got a lot of extra space. Oh, look at that neat little symbol I've made out of rock golem bodies. Interestingly, the corner here is not making it a rectangle. Actually, doesn't this look suspicious? You can just walk out through here, Ah, yep, it was suspicious. And this orb is accessible from outside. Do I want to press it from outside? Is that useful? It's already open, so I guess it's not that useful. Alright. So, what's this room about? We've got levas. Oh, there's an orb there. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. So my first goal is to arrange the levers so that I can reach the button without being trapped, I think. And then I can start pushing them onto the fire truck. This works. And this toggles, so it's worth noting that I can leave one leva alive, since that opens the door. Now, is it a good idea to bring this leva with me? Do I need it for something? Maybe. Very well might. So I guess I'll keep it. Alright, now we've got decoys. I could bring a decoy with me as well. Does this button do something? This closes those doors. This toggles these. This opens. This opens. Okay. I think it doesn't matter too much, but I'm gonna try killing these two. If I'm keeping the leva, I only get to keep one decoy. There is one decoy that it seems advantageous to keep. Okay, that's open. So I wanted to keep this leva because he can keep that door open forever. Now, I think if I place this leva here... Oh, shoot, no. Okay, maybe keeping the leva was a red herring, because I kind of need another decoy. It's the only way I could possibly push that away. So, maybe I'm not supposed to keep a leva then? But then I'm not really sure how... Oh, wait. I can keep this leva alive, but not bring it with me just yet. I think that's what I need to do. Alright, so let's see. I need both of the south-facing decoys. That's the ones I need to keep. So, you can die. And... not like that. I guess I need to have you... kill you like this way. Alright. There we go. Okay, now I'll need this one to go through here. And I'll need this one to hold the button down. And I'll need the leva cell. Push that button. And you sit there. Go there. That's just poetry. I love this room. I can't really explain it all that well, but it's like we introduced all of these things. Here's something that shows them to you kind of one at a time, but you need to use them all together. I just think it's neat. I like the way that it's like you need to actually keep something that you could kill. And if you realize that ahead of time, then you can kind of save yourself a lot of pain. Anyway. So... this room... looks like you have to bring a stick. Okay. And the goal is to put levers on those two buttons, it looks like, and have this guy kill all the roaches, I think. I'm not sure how I can get this guy to ever go south, though. I mean, south. West. I don't know how I can make this decoy go west. But I kinda have to, because I have to somehow open the way for that roach, at the very least, but probably for both levels. Well, I don't know, holding down that button lets that level out. So... how can I get this roach out? Well, I can do that, but I can't do anything like that here. Yeah, I don't know how I can get that roach. I think I see what I'm missing. Okay. I think I know what I need to do. But this is going to be kind of a pain, huh? There we go. Kinda. There we go. Okay, so the trick is that I can, in fact, loop through the entire area a second time with the decoy in hand, and that's how I killed the other roach. With that done, I just go exit. I don't need the decoy's help at this point. Just push the lever into position, and I go. There we go. Very nice. And here's the last room kinda on the perimeter. Unintended? That was unintended? That felt like it was the right thing. What am I supposed to do then? Now I'm curious. Is the intended solution faster? Let's see. Oh. You can push? Oh, you just need to... Okay. You You just need to create a diagonal. I get it. That makes sense. Didn't think of that. Okay. Well, if you wanted me to make a diagonal, then there should have been a green door here. Well, that's how you would absolutely enforce it anyway. Complete the room without using all the decoy potions. Okay. So this door doesn't do anything. Nothing closes it, nothing opens it. All I need to do is press that orb. But that closes the way out. So B-throw is not allowed in this row or beyond because the roach will prevent you. So I need to use 3 decoys to press that orb. Did I already mess up? I think I did. The sword decoy should be facing south. Let me just workshop something. I think I want the sorted decoy to be facing south no matter what. The tricky thing is at some point it needs to be moved in a diagonal direction, and then it needs to be moved south afterward. But that's not that hard. Okay. Moving it diagonally wasn't that hard, but now I have to somehow move it south. Only one decoy to use. Can I do that? Not quite like this, I can't. I think I see something I can do. Yeah, that's not so bad. I can do that. There we go. Frugal pusher. So it looks like there's only one room left in this exam, although I haven't seen the exit door. Haven't been paying much attention. What's How do you leave this level? I guess that can be a problem for after I solve this room. Oh wait, there's a 2 here. Oh, this is the exit room. I was not paying attention at all to this room. So if I clear this, okay. So as things are right now, I can leave the level if I want because I've beaten enough rooms. But if I clear this room, I should be able to get this Roman numeral 2 pentagon token. Pentagon? Hexagon. Okay. So what's the idea here? This opens the way for these roaches, which will then run down. We want them to not press that, because if they press that, then I will be stuck. We have access to 4 rock golems, which can prevent that from happening. Okay. So at a glance, it's like, shouldn't I just be able to? But I probably can't. I'm gonna look anyway. It's a little hard to... Why don't I do this from outside of the box? That's too early. I want about 2 more turns. There we go. So, this is an interesting situation because this is a case where my first instinct... I'm almost certain that my first instinct is wrong, just on the meta level, that it would make the room too easy. But I want to understand why my first instinct is wrong. My first instinct is that since the roaches can't move diagonally, shouldn't I only need 1 golem in each column where there are roaches? But I'm pretty confident that's wrong. I think it's because the roaches would slide around a little bit. But I'm wanting to gather information about exactly how this is wrong, exactly what goes wrong, so that I can try to concoct an actual solution afterward. Alright, so... maybe optimization is the wrong word, but one idea that I can use is I'd like to kind of fill up the lanes that can have roaches as much as possible. Okay. Okay, so if I'm standing here, when the roaches touch a rock golem, it will cause them to shimmy sideways. Okay, so if I modify what I had before by first of all doing this, this might help. It occurs to me that timing there is completely unnecessary. I can just make him stay by going so that his movement would be diagonal. Very simple. And this set of roaches up here is so short, has so little to work with as far as spikes, that I think I need to use the 4th golem for that. Okay, I would like this to be a 10th turn right here. So I need to wait 4 additional turns before pressing the orb. this gonna work? I don't think so. Yeah, no, those roaches are still gonna get away. Maybe I should move those golems a little farther south, but just not all the way. Okay, first of all, I'm confident that the western roaches should be handled the way that I'm handling them. So that is a golem as far south as possible, and a golem to keep them from going sideways. So there. That handles that group of 5 just fine. But the tricky part that I'm having more difficulty with is the larger groups that have farther to go. I need to block both of them to some extent or other, but I think maybe blocking them at the entrance doesn't work. So let's test this with the that group. Leave that group there. I want to see at least what happens with this. This would be perfect. So I think I need something like that for the other group as well. If I wait 2 more turns before pressing this, then that works just fine. So I need to do something vaguely like that for the other group, but it can't be as far to the south because there aren't as many spikes to work with. So maybe just there? Let's have a look what that does. First of all, I need the spike turn to be this one, so 3 turns sooner. Still doesn't work. Okay, I don't know how to deal with the middle one then. Maybe it does work to put the golem another tile south? That seems unrealistic, right? That can't work. No way. No way that works. It'll still hit the thing too soon. Yeah. There's still 2 of them left over that way. I don't know. What? I guess in hindsight, what I seem to be trying to achieve here is that all of the roaches should be on the spikes exactly at the moment when they go off. But I don't think that's possible with the middle set of roaches. Even if I make them go as far south as possible before turning, it doesn't seem possible. There is no turn at which all of them are on the spikes at the same time. because there will always be a leftover. And if there's always a leftover, there's nothing I can do. The only reason I can do something about the west ones is because I have 2 golems to work with. Do I actually need a golem for the east set? That's the trick. All of the east ones can be on the spikes at the same time with no help from a golem. That's what I was missing. Okay. That makes sense. Now I just need to stop failing at luring a golem properly. All I have to do then is just cap off the middle ones exactly the same way I did the western ones. I can do it wherever I want, really, so as far in as possible makes some sense to me. Like that. Okay. This should work if I time it correctly. I am... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I need to wait 6 turns. So that didn't completely cap off the middle ones, but it did a good enough job of keeping them off the button, which is good enough for me. Alright, level beaten. Now I can take this token. A key with the numeral 2. Alright, I'll ask real quick, just because I do want to be finished with this chapter before I move on. Did I miss a secret room in the exam level? It feels like I poked everywhere that there could have been one, or like these, it's not that hard to see cracked walls in this level. Oh, I'm missing something? Okay. I guess I'll poke the walls and see if I can find anything. Wait, I forgot which question I asked. Did I ask, did I miss something, or did I ask, is there some, did I get everything? I don't know which one I asked. Let me just poke around for a second. Maybe I'll figure it out on my own. Like, I forgot which way I asked the question. Okay, thank you. Sorry for my brain fart there. Okay, cool. So, I think this is a great place to stop. If there's going to be an interlude, I'm going to go see the intro to it. Or if there's not an interlude, then I'm just going to see what the next area looks like and whatever plot happens on the way there. And I think I'll call that it for today. Alright, guarded outpost. The passage was smooth and regular. It was clearly the work of human hands and recent. Either some of the castle's inhabitants had survived after all, or else Bithro was not the first to discover its ruins. But as yet there seemed no way of knowing which of these possibilities was true, and so Bithro knew he would have to be careful. Perhaps a disguise would be necessary. Pardon my computer making sounds, error sounds sometimes. It just does that for no apparent reason. Nothing goes into the blog. Blog? The log. Anyway. Who's there? You can't come in. Leave at once. Alright, no need to be rude. I'm going. There must be some way to sneak past him. But how? Alright. Ah, guard uniform. It doesn't fit too well, but at least I look like one of them now. Ugh, I wish it didn't smell so bad, though. Not so freshly laundered guard uniform. I love that, I love this. This looks great. I'm pretty sure when Beethro disguised himself in, what was it, TSS, that he still kept his original portrait. Who's there? You can't... Oh, it's you, Marcel. Yeah, Marcel, that's me. Sorry about that. Come on in. Alright, and if I look up here... Have a safe trip. Oh, and I wouldn't bother the monsters up north if I were you. Don't worry, I can handle myself. If you say so. Alright. I think this is a good place to stop. So this isn't an interlude, but it is a check out this other player role that you get to use thing. So it's kind of like an interlude, even though it isn't one. I think it's going to introduce the concept of proper stealth. Wait, how did he get past that green door? Avoid killing the first... Oh, after killing the first roach, kill the remaining 7 in a combo. Fascinating. Alright, this is a good room to stop at. So I'm gonna do something a little bit silly. I'm gonna restore to... Was there not a checkpoint in that room? Okay. There's a checkpoint in this room. So I'm gonna leave myself at this checkpoint. It's not that hard to redo this tiny bit of plot up here, so I'll just do that next time, since there are no checkpoints in One North. Alright, so this has been fun. Thank you for watching. Next time we get to see the beginning of Chapter 3. But farewell for now.